Remember, you used to play with these? How's it going, guys? Wanted to shoot another video with you here. So we go from playing with those Hot Wheels to these real wheels. And strangely enough, it's pretty similar. I didn't want to take the whole shroud off, but it's a Holley 750 carb on my 29 Ford. With you here again today. We got the 10-bolt rear end, coil over springs, coil over shocks, I mean. I was out getting on it the other day and I snapped this bracket off. And so I had this guy make this new bracket for me on the stabilizer bar. And wow, he did a great job. I mean, look at that. I love how he did that. That new bracket. And a sway bar. I believe this is the sway bar, yeah. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the sway bar. And this side was just already rock solid, as you can see. But man, I got on the old girl and started turning some wheels, and all of a sudden, boom! I'm like, what was that? And I pulled over, me and my buddy are like, oh my gosh, look at this. So anyway, we got the guy to weld us a new one. Wow, I thought he did a great job. Let me know what you think on his work there, but I think that's beautiful. Then we got the battery here. You know, I'm under the car here. Everybody's wondering, well, where's the battery, man? I mean, because everything's, you know, hidden away. We got an optimum battery. We're up underneath the car here on the rear end, obviously again. And you're like, man, you look at this, like, how do you take this thing out of here? Well, there's a bolt here. There's a bolt here. And then what happens is once you release those bolts, the whole thing, pivots on these here. And this whole thing, this whole bracket comes down and the battery comes down with it. Pretty awesome. Then we got the drive shaft with the collar on it. So a lot of racing guys will know what that's going on. That's going to be if you're racing and you blow out your drive shaft, you got something to grab it so it doesn't stick in the ground and pull your whole car up off the ground. Some of you guys have probably experienced that. My friend was doing a reverse drop one day, and his Monty, and he's doing it was crazy, stupid stuff. But he did a reverse drop, just like put it in neutral and then reverse real quick and then punch it, and you'll burn the tires up. Well, he's doing that, and his drive shaft exploded, and what happened was it launched straight into the asphalt, and when it does that, it can lift the entire car up, which it did. So that avoids all that collar right there. And then over here, you're going to see on the left the your master cylinder. Right there, master cylinder for your brakes and your reservoir for your brake fluid. Pretty cool. And then on the left there, you see the white. That's your oil filter. And we've got here our fuel, electronic fuel, Holley. We got our fuel pump here. Pretty nice. I don't know if this is two-stage. I see two different cylinders here, so I'm not sure if you call this a two-stage or what you want to call that, but let me know in the comments. So I was looking at this dial here. I'm like, what is this dial? And come to find out, this dial here is hooked up to the brake system. There's your brakes, your reservoir comes over here, and then there's this. I'm like, what in the world? There's some kind of dial on the brakes, brake fluid line. So I'm kind of baffled myself what that's for. And the oil filter. which wraps around up over here right underneath the block. This little doohickey, I don't know what this thing is. Let me know what it is, guys. It's right on the tranny. There's the tranny pan. It's a nice tranny pan. It's a B&M tranny pan. Sorry about all the traffic noise. And they got this thing here. Like, what is this? I don't even know. This I thought was pretty cool. It's your tranny cooler. All the way up through here. With steel braided fuel tranny lines. Pretty nice. And then your flywheel looks real good. I was inspecting it earlier. Looks real good. There's not a ding in it. And your torque converter, all I see is a bunch of 6s or 9s. Maybe somebody knows what's going on with that. So I'd like to know what kind of torque converter I got on here, because I don't know. Your oil pan, your starter. Another cool thing, you don't have a throttle cable, you have a throttle rod. Yeah, baby, look at that. Throttle rod. There ain't no cable to break on you. It's got a throttle rod. Start her up, see how she's sounding today. Kind of a cold start. I only had it warming up for a minute, but I love that vacuum dial. It's always good to hear this car run. I just wanted to share my tip for the day on these old street rods. You know, this thing shakes so much. Well, within reason, of course, but it's an old hot rod. So my tip for everyone today is, you know, get on your hot rod, check your bolts. I got underneath here, and this one bolt was so coming off right in the tail end of the tranny there. So check your bolts, man. Stuff starts shaking on these cars, and shaking and shaking, and it's not good. Just gotta make sure everything's tight and right, guys. Keep it tight and right. Thanks for checking out the video. Like and subscribe. Get a hot rod.